What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Put on these glasses, start this car. Yeah, y'all. Coming back from my speech therapist and everything. I'm getting okay to eat more foods and stuff. I can't just jump back into it. Anyway, right? So check it out. Women, it's just their nature to check out everything about a man. I was thinking about that because you know how they doing that whole pop the balloon thing? All that stuff. And, I was checking out one recently. The latest one they had. I'll put a link for it in the description box. The first guy they had. And there was some people getting mad at the women for being so picky with them, but that's just a woman's nature. Now, it's funny, dudes get mad at the women, but you get to some of the same dudes call themselves black pill. Real black pill, if you're going to use that term, is just accepting just their nature. Wait a minute, y'all. I keep my eye on the road. There was a dumbass who was like, well, maybe you should drive a certain way so you can keep looking into the camera while you're driving. Bama, please. Anyway, right? I gotta pay attention and stuff. Anyway, yeah, I know Ron could throw some little petty in there. Anyway, I was checking that joint out. Like I said, I'll put a link to it in the description box. And I was thinking about that, right? Now, on one hand, it looked fucked up that these women were rejecting these guys on little things. At least little as far as men are. But that's just a woman's nature. Real, true black pill means you just accept shit as it is. You don't get mad at them. That's just how it is. I'm famous for saying that a woman will suck your dick off your shoes. They will. That's just a woman's nature. A woman's nature is really just simple. It could be some little thing. A woman can like you. Just the very nature of a woman, she can like you. Go on that date with you. Think you fine. Tell all her friends. And then get turned off by some offhand comments you make during the date. That's just who they are. We don't get mad. Because what you do is say, all right, that's their nature. All right, let me fix myself up to the point where, one, it's hard for them to reject me. And even if they do, I still got options. See, you got to turn that for you. That's why anybody who truly follows my work, I'm telling you to develop on all levels, but not so much to please the woman, to give you the option to deal with women on your own terms. It's really that simple. Like, for example, body game, right? Body game. Now, I've said several times, it's not just body game. Some guys think, well, it's just body. I did all this. I said, no, that's just one thing. That's not the whole thing. That's just the foundation. You still need to dress. You still need to have some drip. You still need to have a conversation. For the guys who think they look at the face, yeah, they look at the face, just not just the face. It's really that simple. They look at everything. But here's the thing. You don't know what a woman looking at on you. So what you do, you develop yourself as best as possible and see what women like what you're presenting. It's just that simple. Now, they're going to reject you off a little shit. See, well, maybe, let me address that for a bit. A major problem with guys is the rejection. But, dude, that particular woman, you don't know what she like. Because let's be real, once you're in a position where you have options, you're going to be rejecting women off of something. Think about it like that. Fair exchange is no robbery. So they might reject you off a little thing. But once you really develop yourself to the point you got an option of women, you going to be rejecting them off a little shit. You going to be like, nah, that butt ain't, the dress ain't hanging right on that butt. Nah, ain't as round. The breasts ain't as perky. And let's be real, a lot of guys be rejecting some women just because they don't look like supermodel of the world. Fair exchange is no robbery. But what many see is a problem with a lot of men. A lot of men, they think a woman should just take a guy just because he's a certain way. Just because. Now, it don't work like that. Different women look at different shit. That's why I emphasize tribe. That's why I say there's different types of women. All you have to do is figure out who like you. Who like you. And if a woman don't like you or what you present, you don't worry about it. You have an abundance mentality and figure it out. Figure out which women like you. Now, you still want to be that guy. You still want to be that guy that has as much as possible. So, yeah, you want to hit the gym. You want to be in your best shape possible. You still want to, let the barber bless you. Still fix your face up as much. Still dress in a stylish way that draws attention. And still have that good conversation. And then if you get to the bedroom, you still want to knock it out. All right, you want to have all of those things. You want to have all those things. But even then, a woman can still reject you. Okay. Don't even think of it as her loss. Just think of it as, okay, can't do nothing with her. What good was she anyway? Wish her well. See, don't worry about the one who reject you. Worry about how you going to manage the 5 who don't. See, it's all up here. So that's the thing. That's what you got to do. But in order to get to that point, you got to be thorough. See, a lot of guys, it's scary. A lot of guys, I see a lot of guys, they either say, well, I don't believe in game, or guys even talking against self-improvement. Guys trying to put down body game. Say, well, I seen this woman, with this guy, or they're seeing these guys, they don't hit the gym or anything. Those are those guys. You don't know why the women got with them. They obviously had something that the women liked. Now, my thing, let's just do just body game for a second. If you ain't getting women, there's something at least you should change with your body. Now, you change your body, right? I always said you're going to get something. You're going to do better than what you've been doing. But as I always say, that's the foundation. So you're going to take care of that first, but then you still need to adorn the body. You still need to dress up. And more than anything else, you still need to work on your attitudes, your thought processes and everything. Basically, you really got to think in terms of working on everything. The body is just the biggest piece. But you still got to think, okay, what am I going to do? Got to work on this, got to work on this. Anybody, you got some guys thinking, well, if my face is just handsome, yet you got tons of guys whose face are being rejected. Shoot, even with body game, there's some guys in the gym all the time, they still having some issues. But if anybody, really look at my work, a lot of people don't get past when I talk about body game, but I don't talk about that every video. I'm telling you stuff to, deal with every part. Every piece I'm giving you is something you got to work on. Every single piece. Communication, your masculinity, all of that stuff. And despite all that, a woman can still reject you. Okay, fine. That's just their nature. You don't know what, like I said, you don't know what a particular woman looking for. But if you build yourself up to the greatest degree, build your body to its maximum, work on your presentation to its best, you really work on your bait, work on your conversation where you can talk to any woman without any nervousness or awkwardness, you increase your odds. So, which all you doing, you still tapping into a woman's nature, but you really turning it in your favor. Because, see, that's the key to it. It's getting back to, how picky women are and they'll reject a man off of little things. Well, apparently it's not little to them. But here's the thing. Just like a woman can reject you off of something little, she can choose you off of something little. She might choose you just off a little smile. She might choose you literally off of your shoes. And then she might reject you. You know? She could reject you too. But you fix yourself up, you can turn that to your favor, because when a woman is doing a scan on you, she's looking at everything. So you like just create the most things that can make yourself attractive. And then, yeah, she might not like one thing, but then she'll like the other thing. Or let's say she ain't really feeling you physically. That's where a mouthpiece come in. You might open your mouth and she like, oh shit. Y'all start talking, all of a sudden you start looking better to her. That's the irony of a woman. Their nature is both annoying and beneficial. You just got, all you doing is turning it to your favor. That's the only thing real players and pimps do. Yeah, I'm going to say pimps too. Pimps will tell you women got game. Pimps will tell you that all they do is turn it against them. Shout out Pimp God. Ask him. Just ask him. Hit him up and ask him. He'll tell you. You know? Any real player will tell you. Yeah, they do this stuff. Yeah, and it'll seem silly to us. But shit, like I said, if you weren't really in a position, if you got options with women, you gonna be doing the same thing. Some guys don't understand that because they don't have any real options with women. And that's understandable, but at the same time, I'm teaching you how to have options. So you gotta have the attitude, I'm gonna get a woman on something. Okay, she ain't feeling my face, I'm gonna get her on my body. She ain't feeling my body, she gonna feel my fit. If she ain't get her on if I ain't getting her on my fit, I'm gonna get her on my conversation, you know? I'm gonna get her on my sexual aura. You're gonna get her on something. And then, shoot, by the time you look up, you got so many women, you ain't even thinking about the ones who just rejected you. And hell, let me hit y'all with something else. Sometimes a woman will reject a man, but change their mind later on. They might see him in a different light someplace else. They do that all the time too. You know, say they reject a man, right? They reject him. They ain't feeling him at first. Okay. But they're in some like social circle or someplace where they can see the man. All of a sudden they be looking at him like, damn, they changing their mind. I seen that happen a lot. And all the man really did was be himself. Because she might see another aspect of him that she happens to like. And that could be physical, that could be personality, it could be whatever. I remember I was on this job one time, right? And there's this woman, and in general, I say don't mess with women on jobs, but you know, they still gonna check out a guy. I was on this job, there was a woman, she didn't say shit to me. She didn't say shit to me. But then we both knew this dude in common, right? Me and him were real cool, and then she was real cool with him. And then I remember, and you know, we would talk. And that was back when Rom was like openly political, right? So he told her what I was about. All of a sudden, she was on me hard. And she said too, she said, you know what, you about power. I'm in a minute on power. I was like, okay. That was the thing. It wasn't a physical thing or anything like that. It was just something she looked for in men. But that's their nature. See, once you understand that, say, oh, okay, this what it takes. See, one of the things, and like I said, these ain't gonna be as long as they used to be. Well, this one might be a little long. I don't know. But y'all need to understand that, first of all, accept a woman's nature. This is why every single one of you is here. Your mamas accepted the natures of your fathers, or at least enough to gap her legs open. So, first of all, you here because of that. That's just a woman's nature. They looking at shit. You don't know what they looking at. They could be looking at your fingernails, something. You don't get mad at them. That's just them. You just learn how to turn it in your favor. That's it. That's all you had to do. You know, accept it. Accept their nature and figure out how to use it to your advantage. And are you going to get every woman? Probably not. You don't need every woman. There's 4 billion in the world. You don't have time. Because you should be on, like as a man, first of all, you should have something going on beyond getting women anyway. So you shouldn't have time for a bunch of them. any damn way. And most of y'all only want one woman, so shit, fix yourself up to get that one woman. Who, not only are you tapping into her nature, but she's tapping into what you want. Because really still, as I always say, it's really about you. It's really about you. Ain't about what she wants and everything. Now, you can't force it. See, that's the thing. A lot of guys force it. But look, understand their nature. You don't know. You could hit it. It's no telling. And just accept it, but then fix yourself up. That gives you power to ride that nature. See them as like a storm. See them as the waves. Just have the ability to ride that wave. Pun intended. Oh, man. She's a big, fine woman. Won't she back that thing up? Yeah. But it's just a matter of accepting their nature. They have their nature. They're going to reject men off of little shit, but they're going to accept men off of little shit. It could be his shoes. It could be just how he wears his clothes. Hell, could be he's wearing a spiritual symbol around his neck. I told you that time I was wearing that gi and yami, and I was at this relationship expo, and this natural roll out of bed dime. Roll out of bed dime. I mean, she was a supermodel of the world, like. Cousin T-Tar would call her a straight dime, right? His version of a dime. Like, she could have easily been in a beauty contest. Now, I'm wearing a gi and yami symbol. Now, some people have seen it. If you watch any of my regular couch videos, it's that symbol on my back wall from Ghana, and the Dinka symbol from Ghana. I was wearing one around my neck. She came up to me and was like, "Hey, what's this symbol?" Hey. She came up to me. Now, all the guys there checking her out and everything, she came up to me. I heard something that she had an interest in. Conversations right there. So, I mean, that's how you got to look at it. That's how you got to do with it. You got to understand, all right, this what they're going to do. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm not going to get mad. And see, that's an important part. Let me really talk about that. You don't get mad. Their nature is their nature. Seriously, their nature is their nature. You don't get mad at them. They've been doing it for time immemorial. In fact, their nature, everybody talking about modern women and all that shit. Women been doing that shit. There ain't nothing new with these women. They just showing that shit more. Only difference between now and back in the day is they had to hide it better. But let's put it like this. If they had paternity testing back in the day, they'd find out a lot of these men who thought they were raising their blood weren't. In fact, there was a story, I think it was a judge, he'd been with a woman for 51 years, had these children, found out none of them were his. So their nature's always been there. We just have the technology and the knowledge now to figure it out. It's easier for men to figure out, but trust me, I haven't seen a difference between so-called modern women and women who I would see around back in the 70s when I was paying attention. Really in the 60s back when I was paying attention. Women really haven't changed. They just showing it more. That's it. That's it. They ain't hiding it like they used to. And they don't need a man's money. And the pimps and the players know they don't have to do those trick marriages where they marrying a man just for money anymore. Yeah, we can get into something else with that. They don't have to do that anymore. They can show their ass now. Literally and figuratively. They can show their ass now. So, as a man, you just got to say, okay, this who they are. This what I'm going to do in response and still be able to get what I want. And I ain't going to lose sleep over them showing their nature. I'm just going to twist it to what benefits me. I'm just going to twist it to what benefits me. So, anyway, yeah, almost to the stove. Got to get something. But yeah, that's, you just, hey, look, you want to do the stuff I talk about. Everything I talk about, even if it seems out of the way. You know, you want to get your body right. You want to fix your face as best as possible. You want to get that nice drip, but then you want to think about your personality. You want to think about social class. It's a whole bunch of stuff, you know? And you could have all of that and still get rejected, but you want to make it so that attractive women, now I'm specifically attractive women want you. You want to increase your odds. So that's all you really doing. Oh, man. Man, my check engine light didn't come on. I had to go to 2 different car places to get that shit fixed right. Yeah, because Ron, yeah, you can drive forever on a check engine light, but Ron one of those people, I want to fix this shit up right away. Paid this car off early. You don't want to do much. Hey girl, I see you. I'll be in the store with you. Anyway, I'm going here to do my thing. Going here to do my thing. But anyway, y'all, look, here's the bottom line, y'all. Just to like really knock this home for everybody. A woman's nature is just their nature. All you doing as a man is figuring out how to turn it to your advantage. That's it. And that's all I tell you how to do. And it ain't even manipulation or anything, because, you know, some people might think you got to manipulate a woman. No, you don't. All you have to do is fix yourself up and see who's paying attention. In fact, sometimes you don't need. Hey, girl, wait a minute. Sometimes you don't need game as much as you need to just, hey, girl. Yeah, I gotta go put myself in somebody's path. See if I got what they're interested in. Anyway, y'all, that's all I got for right now. But yeah, man, you just fix yourself up. Become that thorough man. Fix yourself up as best as you can. Be the best version of yourself and see who like it. And then don't get mad if a woman reject you. That means she wasn't for you anyway. So what's the big deal? You only want the women who down for your program, who are in cooperation to your operation, who are an asset to you. And they got to make the choice. It's just that simple. There's some stuff I can get deeper into, but that would start a shitstorm, so I don't feel like it right now. But just understand what I've shared so far, all right? Anyway, I get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.